Welcome back, guys. Today, I have a major announcement regarding a new game from Lethal Dolphin and Lethal Studios. Before I announce it, make sure you guys like and subscribe and join the Discord down in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into this major announcement. So, recently, either Lethal Labs or Lethal Worlds, I believe Lethal Labs, based off the logo, has announced a new game. Without further ado, let's check out the new game. From Crow. Happy New Year, LG. Sound a little bit late to the party, of course, but better late than ever. Wishing you and your loved ones health, happiness, and all the best in the world. I don't know. And what better way to kick off the year than with a big announcement? So without further ado, together with Lethal Dolphin, I'm thrilled to unveil our first co-created game arriving in Q2 2025. Spaceship Incremental. So here's a close-up on the logo. It's called Spaceship Incremental Q2 2025, which means that it will launch in the second quarter of 2025, which usually entails the March to June time frame. But knowing their history, it may be delayed to Q3. We never know. But here's a nice look up at their logo, and then hopping on to this dev Q&A. Is GCI dead? No more updates? Question mark. Nope. Lethal intends to continue development normally after Spaceship's full release, as we will fully be focused on it until then. Post-release, they will both work on tandem. There's two of us now after all. Question: what can we expect more on Spaceship Incremental? Peaks, etc.? Question mark. We naturally held off on sharing peaks for now to avoid confusion with Super Epic RPG. Now that Spaceship Incremental is officially announced, you can expect some in the near future. Who are the devs? What do they do? Lethal Dolphin and I are the only devs as of right now, with myself being a recent addition. Lethal is the only GCI dev, and I work exclusively on upcoming games with the Dolphin. With that said, I'll be taking on the role of community manager after SI's release, with the goal of interacting with the community, in-game events, SI feedback, etc. What happened to SE RPG? Planned upcoming RPG game. I was a bit premature in announcing it, so I apologize for that. It's still planned, but after discussing with Lethal after GCI 0.9's release, we decided it would be best to gain more experience working together on something we're a bit more familiar with, which is the incremental genre, before tackling a project as ambitious as an RPG. We want to do it justice, so we felt that it was better to see the entire process of development, release, and post-release through on a different project first. It'll come in the future when we feel confident we can deliver it at its very best. And then we have a community Q&A where users were able to submit questions. Information about upcoming second game under Lethal Games, releasing spring/summer 2025. Question: why did you pick Spaceship as a theme? Easy. Space is infinite. Ships go places, and together you can get Spaceship Incremental. Fishing on Earth? Boring. Fishing on a volcanic moon with glowing alien fish? Now that's a vibe. It's freedom to make things cooler than they have any right to be. Excavate 2. New game. Who's hyped? Will this game be similar to GCI and other Roblox incrementals where you're able to physically move around and observe the in-game world or change around you? Or will it be GUI based? There will be plenty of visual progression and interactive gameplay. Roblox is a 3D engine, so why not use it? A game entirely in GUIs would be a snooze. Personally, I agree with that. GUI based games are kind of boring. If you're gonna put a game on Roblox, you might as well utilize the space around you rather than just having a 2D gameplay system. Around how long is Spaceship Incremental expected to take to finish at full release? It's designed to grow long after launch. So the real answer is as long as we keep having ideas. For release though, expect as much content as we can possibly cram in. Who's going to be the music producer for SI? It's gonna be Gun. What type of incremental is this likely to be? Hard to say without spoiling too much, but it's pretty unique, especially for Roblox. Let's just say it draws inspiration from a few lesser known, very enjoyable incrementals outside of Roblox. Lesser known. Does lesser known equal popular though? Probably not. So Trimps is probably gonna be ruled out since Trimps and NGUIO have been used in GCI. Maybe Potato Idol? I don't know. Trying to recall what Anti-Idol maybe, but Anti-Idol is kind of too broad, honestly. It's not even an idol game, it's Anti-Idol. Will there be multiplayer, or are we gonna be able to play with our friends in the same way as GCI. Definitely. Free VIP servers are a go. We're even considering full co-op saves at some point. No promises for launch though. And next page of community questions. Will we have GCI references? / does the story take place in GCI universe? There will absolutely be GCI references, but it's not set in the GCI universe. The degree of which depends on Lethal Dolphin. Could it be considered more complex or simple than GCI, or is it kind of on the same level? Depends on your definition of simple versus complex. It's simpler in process but gives you more choices for progression, how you play and what you focus on. My interpretation for this comment could be the progression is, I guess, the mechanics are simple, but the progression is complex, meaning that it could be similar to GCI, where initially gameplay was simple, but how to progress stuff became complex. Eventually, progression became, gameplay became complex with the introduction of constellations, Solarians. Grasslands was kind of simple, stuff like that. U2 was kind of simple, but progression was also linear. So, will you be able to drive your ship? And similar, your spaceship is your home and entirely yours. It's central to your progression. Can you drive it physically like a Space GTA? No, that's not very incremental, but it's certainly not a background prop either. Will this have microtransactions, or will there be a system like Flowers? To keep making games full time, we can't work for free. There will be monetization, but nothing you can't earn just by playing it. It might be similar to GCI's Flower system. Monetization won't be focused until much later in development, and the game won't be balanced around it. Honestly, free-to-play games need monetization because there's no point in making or working for free. I know some of the top incremental games have monetization systems like NGU Idle. I think Anti-Idle, I'm not too sure. But NGU Idle had a monetization, but everything in the cash shop was able to be earned through in-game progression. So there needs to be cash for the devs to live. What's going to be the main gimmick of the game, like how GCI's gimmick is the field collection idea? What is SI's going to be? It's a tough one, especially without spoiling anything. It doesn't rely on a primary gimmick like the field in GCI's, more so multiple gimmicks. But early on, you'll see a core feature that stands out. Is this game going to be an RNG game? No. But there will be features that use RNG. The core gameplay won't rely on it. Will the game have moderators? Yes, there will be moderators to make sure it's cheater free. And then there was another question or another post that highlighted the GCI/SI differences. So GCI will be linear with progression choices, with some progression choices, has many reset layers and the number gets huge quickly. SI will be non-linear with many progression choices, 0 resets with more grounded number. What is non-linear? Multiple play styles to progress through the game. It will have self-contained features that contribute to the main progression and stay on their own. Why? Focus on the features that you enjoy without being punished for avoiding those you don't. Many progression choices, playing a grind in a given moment, letting you choose and min-max anyway you'll be rewarded for it. Why? Play the way you want. Run variance encourages discussing your progress and sharing your strategies with others, even with a completely different playstyle from them. 0 reset layers. There will be no soft resetting of main progression. Your progress is permanent. Respect your time with meaningful content, and you don't have to worry about redoing something you've already done. So 0 reset layers is kind of an interesting idea, because I'm not sure if there's many incrementals out there that don't have some type of soft reset. Normally, incrementals are defined by their soft resets, but we're definitely excited to see what a 0 soft reset game looks like. Grounded numbers focus less on massive numbers, but this does not mean progression is slow. Just that there will be more things to do with a few really big numbers. More tangible progression. You can appreciate your first million, billion, trillion, rather than something 1 to the 306th power. So overall, that was the announcement of Lethal Labs, or not Lethal Labs, but Spaceship Incremental. We have Lethal Labs here, but I didn't get accepted to it, unfortunately. Got a lot of bots here. I guess I'm not bot enough to join this community. But other than that, that's been the new announcement by Lethal Games regarding their new upcoming game, Spaceship Incremental. And of course, I'll be covering the game, so don't worry. That, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.